I, from a young age, was in the British Army officer pipeline, which meant they put me through my education. I did training alongside. So from a very young age, I knew I wanted to be in the military, in the army. It became like a huge, huge part of my identity. Anyone that knows me from back then, it was absolutely dead set focused. That's exactly what I was going to do. And I was doing it up until I got catastrophically injured in a sports injury. It wasn't even anything particularly interesting, but it meant I did the entire pipeline up until going to Sandhurst and commissioning. From that point, I had all these years of studying military leadership, trying to embody that, doing a civil engineering degree at the same time, but I had nothing to do. It was no longer going to be a part of my identity. And that's when Ailish and I moved to Dubai and I got into real estate. Now, the tricky thing about real estate in Dubai, it is incredibly sink or swim. Very, very, very tough. And honestly, I just had to make it work. So that's why I made it work. There's no secret sauce other than I just kept going because I had to. But eventually I became successful in that. And Ailish had already grown and founded the Wellness Club by then, to a point where after about 3 years in real estate, we took the plunge together to commit to building and growing and scaling the business. And we got to the point where actually we had scaled and it was multi-six figure. We were having global impact and we'd built a team around that, as you know, I've spoken about before. Throughout that time, and it's a bit of a cliche to say, but entrepreneurship really does act as the most potent mechanism for self-development, forces you to become a better person and to really reinvest and educate yourself and understand where you're lacking, because it comes through very clearly. From the start of my career in real estate, I started to really gain an interest in companies and business and how it all works. I studied sales. I did it for years. Fast forward to not too long ago, we had been working together in the business for 3 years. It was just time for my next challenge. And that's where the concept of Made for More had come from. It'd been brewing in the background through my interest, through my desperate love of psychology, the podcast, the coaching, the consultancy. That's where that all came from. And I decided to just fucking go for it. I've never been more challenged, but also more rewarded day to day in my life. One of the reasons I am so unbelievably passionate about what I do is because it means so much to me. I am constantly trying to embody and pass along the things I wish I had known along the journey. If you've been here for a long time, thank you. If you've just gotten here, strap in. And if you haven't followed me yet, you should, because I am really, really passionate about mental performance, becoming a high performer. I help through my coaching, consultancy, through my podcast. I help people literally every day to become the version of themselves that they need to be in order to achieve their dreams.